Guys, welcome. I've only just heard the news that Numi got robbed. Her thumbnail says she lost everything, though. I have no idea what's going on. And I have no idea what's going on in this photo either. Nice costumes. Very cute, though. Let's go ahead and see what's up.
But we start going outside to go downstairs to go to the Uber. And at the
The
same
Uber.
time, Garnt was running outside too. Because I think
Garnt. From Trash Taste. That's actually such a messed up thing to say. Yeah, you know, Garnt from Trash Taste. Like, totally disregard his entire actual channel.
So got overwhelmed. And so we were just hanging out and talking with Garnt for like 20 minutes to a half hour because our first Uber driver just canceled on us. He said, I'm here.
Bruh.
And then he canceled on us. And so
Why would
I
you do
didn't even
that?
know if Garnt would remember me from when we hung out before. But he was all like, oh my God, yeah, well, the one thing I remember most from when we hung out in Japan was the time you said that the sushi in LA was better than Japan. I was like, I said that? Was that what the He said, yeah,
Why would
I
you
had to
say
take a breather.
that?
That was horrific that you would even say that. And I said, you know what? I think it was before we had omakase. Because after we had omakase...
What's omakase? I want to look that up, but I can't right now because my hands are full. Omakase? I'll have to try to remember that.
I said, never mind. I was silly and I was wrong. Japan sushi outsold. I told him that and he said, oh, you saved it. You saved yourself. You saved it. You saved it. And we were just hanging out and talking.
Numi, you will not be saved. I will remember that.
The person... The vibe started getting a little crazy because as we were talking, there was this group of people that decided to smoke and blunten right next to us, literally right fucking next to us, and I was getting secondhand smoke death because I have really bad asthma. I cannot be near people who smoke cigarettes, or if you're smoking tobacco.
Which is actually which is something that kind of happens a lot. When you go to anime convention centers or any convention centers over here in like Seattle, it happens so often. People will just like not even use the right places. They'll just be like, this spot's good enough. It's good enough, right, guys? And then everyone else is like, yeah. And then like it's just a giant click, so it becomes the spot. It's like inconsiderate, and it sucks.
So I just can't have it near me because my asthma acts up and then I can't breathe. But these people were doing a group little smoke circle with their little
Exactly,
cigarettes,
a little
right in our
circle.
faces. And me and Lucy and Yuzu looked like we were on our last strand of sanity and hope for being alive. And then we died. We got into the Uber finally and we were just talking. It was me, Lucy, Yuzu, and Sho in the Uber. Yuzu got let off first and then it was my turn. So it was me, Sho, and Lucy just yapping along. And then we finally got to my place. And then I get out of the car. And I just go straight to my room because I was so freaking tired. I got out of the car and some dude kept staring at me. I stared back. And then I realized he was looking at me because I looked silly in my maid outfit. But I was dead.
Oh, yeah, that's right. In the first
room
picture,
with all
right?
the IRL girlies, which was Hami, Lonky, Avery, and my friend Kino. And we were all hanging out. We got like, what, Yoshinoya? Is that the place? The beef bowl place, and it was yummy.
Beef bowls are great. The only problem with it is I'd very much not like to have rice. Rice is not my friend. I ate rice my whole life and I am sick of it. I want something else. Like maybe like noodles.
We went to sleep and then I woke up and it was around 7 in the morning. I was showering so I can go early again with Mina before everything opened because Yurei
Is this where something happens?
who had all of these things that I wanted to buy, that I tried to buy, that she talked about on her stream, that I tried to buy, and then they refunded me everything because everything was like sold out. So I wanted to go early with the industry pass before everybody showed up to get a spot in the line. So we were getting ready to meet up with each other, and I had my cosplay. Because this was also the same day as my meet and greet. So I was in a panic. I was in a rush. Everybody else was sleeping. And
dude, I am getting anxiety just from hearing this. Are you kidding me? I'm just waiting for the news to drop of like how it happened. And she's giving me anxiety just
I get up and then I'm getting ready to leave. I had everything and then I said, wait a minute, I'm forgetting my bag. And I look everywhere, could not find my bag. I said, that's strange. I wonder if I left it in the Uber. So then I'm just kind of laying down for a second and looking at my phone. And all of a sudden, I get a text message asking if I made a purchase of
Oh no.
$1,000 at Starbucks. Well, now
Wait, how can you spend 1,000 at Starbucks for one thing? It must be someone that hates her or something.
where my bag went, I got fucking robbed. And then I decided to check my cards, and I looked at the previous purchases and noticed that right before this, they spent $1,700 at a random liquor store, and then $500
Bruh.
at the mall, and then was trying to spend another $1,800 and $1,400 on my fucking cards, and they also spent like $3,000 on my other credit cards. And
Are you serious? Oh, I hate... Man, I hate people like that. Like, every time I find someone suspicious with cards or like spending loads, I usually call someone up and have that dealt with, because more often than not, there's a problem. If not, then it's no big deal, right? It's just like, oh yeah, they're verified, it's fine. Otherwise, oh man, it sucks to be robbed, and I feel bad. I've watched Numi for so long, and that actually, that ticks me off.
got really mad at this point, and all of the other girlies woke up. I was sharing a room with Lonky and Hami, and they woke up, and I said, guys, I got robbed. And they said, what the And everybody, like Avery and Kino, came in to the hotel room as well, and all of them were cosplaying Chainsaw Man, and I was dressed as Demon Numi. And so then I saw exactly the location of where these purchases were had, and I immediately look at my map and notice that this bitch went on foot. This person was on foot the whole
Yeah, I see. What I'm thinking is the person that took it was someone at a convention center that was also there for the convention center, because stuff like that happens more often. Like those kinds of crimes where someone takes something from you happens more often at these convention centers, because they're like, well, they can't track me once I go back, kind of thing. You know what I mean? But obviously, still can to some degree. But a lot of places are very lax, or takes a really long time to where it's kind of forgotten, and the person that gets, excuse my language, dicked over can't really do much about it. But I'm hoping that Numi is able to do something about it, which doesn't look like is the case, because down here there's like a goal, which feels bad, man.
time. So they were in the same area, and the one location that they spent over $1,000 at was Starbucks. So I called this Starbucks and this man on the phone, and I said, did somebody try to spend $1,000 at this Starbucks recently? And they said, oh yeah, oh I'm really sorry. I said, yeah, I think this person stole my card. Do you know what they look like? This blonde took wallet and took my bag, and he gave me a whole profile on what this woman looked like. So I had a full profile of this woman. I had every single previous purchase and where she was, and the most current location that she was at.
Dildo.
She was 10 minutes away from me, but it was in a different city. But she was 10 minutes away from us, but I had my meet and greet. And so I said, maybe I'll just call and report them to the police, because I had the full profile and I know where she is, so they can just get my shit back, because she was committing fraud. It not only had all my cards, but it also had my ID and every single thing that belonged to me. But the thing that pissed me off the most was this was a very sentimental bag to me that I bought with Hami together 2 years ago, and she's like my best friend. And so I really love that bag. I brought it with me everywhere. I think in almost every pic that you see of me, I was usually wearing this bag. And so I said, okay, yeah, surely we'll be able to do this. We have the profile. It was fraud. I called the cops, and they just yelled at me. And then they said, no, there's nothing we can do because it's not in our city. You're going to have to call this police station instead. So I hang up and I call the
See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. This is why people at convention centers can get away with stuff so often. It's because the police departments are so lax in doing stuff like this. They have like there's some rules that needs to be done differently. And I think that's more on them, because even if it has to be called to a different city department, just put the line over. Bruh. You telling me cops work individually? Huh? Understandable if it's a different country or state, but just a city? Whew.
One. And they're fucking mean to me too. And then the lady on this one was like, no, you can't do this because it was not stolen in this city. It was stolen in LA. So you need to call that. And I'm like, but she's literally in your city now. I have her full profile. She's right there. She literally just tried to make another purchase. She's right here.
That's actually... I'm pretty sure the police lady is wrong, because once they go over to that city, it's in their jurisdiction. That's literally how it works. Quote, tell me if I'm wrong or not, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. And maybe, yes, you're supposed to report it in your city that it happened in, right? But then even if you do that, they're not supposed to tell you, no. You're supposed to have them like transfer a line or something, because it's just gonna be stuck one way or the other. It's like, bruh.
And then she said, no, you can file a missing item report, but we can't send anybody out because it wasn't stolen in this city. So then I call 911 instead, because I'm like, maybe they can, because one of the people we talked to was a little nicer and said maybe they can get you more direct access. And so I said, yeah, sure, yeah, let's just do that. So then we can. They said maybe they can send somebody to go monitor the area.
This is why places like this, people get into debt so fast. It's because other people are too lazy and they just don't care. They're just like, it's not our business. But it turns out it is actually their business, but they're just like kind of being disingenuous about it. So it goes back and forth until they convince each other, no, it's your thing. It's like, no, it's your thing. No, it's your thing, because it's like, oh, fine. That's exactly the situation. But the person that's like innocent, the victim, is just losing stuff while two toddlers are like, oh my goodness. I hate it. I hate it here. I hate it here.
And so then I call them, and they put me on hold directly when they realized that it wasn't an emergency. And then it wasn't...
What are you talking about? Is there an emergency? It's literally your life and your future. How is that not an emergency? It's happening right now. A crime is happening right now. That is quite literally an emergency.
Till 20 minutes, and I genuinely think in the time that I've been on hold, we literally could have fucking pulled up and did it ourselves, but I had a meet and greet, so I couldn't do it. Yeah, so I was about to pull up with my friends and their Chainsaw Man cosplays, and then me and my Numi fit. I was about to post up, bro. I was about to post up, but we couldn't do anything, and I had my meet and greet. My meet and greet, I ended up being a half hour late too, because I was dealing with talking to these people on the phone.
Yeah, those lazy people on the phone.
Do shit, and then they denied my stolen item report. They denied it, so nothing happened. So at that point,
this is why people take matters into their own hands, and yet when they do, they get into trouble. It's like, also, I know we're not gonna do anything about it, but you're also not allowed to do anything about it. So just let it happen. That's literally the vibe I get from these people.
That was when I made my tweet right here saying, hey y'all, maybe late to my meet and greet, just got robbed. So, you know, I was not in a good mood, and that really just killed the mood for this entire day. It really did kill the mood for the entire day, because, you know, nobody likes having things taken from you, and especially when it's one of the most sentimental
things. Wait, I'm fine. It was probably taken from my Uber. I'm just pissed. Police are useless. Yep. Generally could have pulled up on the woman. Yep.
I had to wait to get replacement shit, so I couldn't even finish recording for my special with Mina. I said, sorry, Mina,
That
I have to pull
blows.
up later. I just got robbed. She said, what the fuck do you mean by that? And the funny thing is, what happened to me wasn't even the worst thing that happened to us over the weekend. Those are the things that I can't even bring up on stream.
Really?
But, you know, this was just one of the things that takes the cake for me. But what
Oh
really...
no. The fact that there's even more things that's worse for... Oh my goodness, what?
Nice thing.
Oh
I
man.
told my talent
Why is
agency
so
about what
much...
happened. They fucking pulled
What
up.
is wrong? What is wrong with these people? Why is it so hard to get help?
And searched the area and went to every single place that the lady spent money at and got more profiles on this person and filed witness reports for me. So thanks to my agency for that. That was really
That's actually really awesome. An agency that would do that for you? Oh, that's good stuff.
nice of them. They didn't have to do that.
Literally
And
better
I said, if
than
you
most
see
of the
them,
world.
tackle them until I get there so I can teach her a lesson.
Tackle them. Oh,
You're
dang.
gonna have to call this
I
police station and
dang that story. Ugh. I mean, I already said my input about the laws and stuff and how things work. The fact that she's in another city, though, was her entire objective is just to steal stuff and then use it at places. But what's even more odd is the fact that, like, how do you spend 1,000 at a Starbucks? Like, what do you even get to do that? Do you just spend it on everyone? Or are they just doing it as, like, a hate crime or something? You know what I mean? Are they doing it as someone that knows who it is, so they're just gonna be like, I know that's Numi and I don't like her, so I'm just gonna spend it on everything and anything as possible, and also break laws, but also avoid it all at the same time? I feel like that's what actually happened. Because I can't imagine spending that much in those certain places. 500 on liquor, though, understandable. Because that's expensive, no matter where you go in America. That's expensive. If you guys could, try to support her as much as you can. I don't know what the other stuff is since she's not talking about it, but it's truly a sad world we live in. There's happy times and stuff too, but there's also people that are envious of those people that's finally able to obtain some little bit of happiness because they didn't get it. So we got to protect the VTuber waifus and husbandos. You know what? Just protect anyone that's a victim. All right. I'll see you guys later. Let me know if there's other stuff like this you want me to watch, and I'll try to, like, put it on a tab and watch it later. All right. Bye-bye.